Hello everyone once again. Am I audible to everyone? Audible and visible? Sorry, beta, I think my laptop went into the sleep mode. I don't know how. It went into the sleep mode, so I had to log in back again. I hope everyone can see this screen. So basically, what we were talking about in that question was we were finding out the slope from O to A. From O to A, what was the slope? We had found out the slope from O to A. The perpendicular was equal to 10. The base was equal to 10. And then we had the answer as 1. Yes, Karthik, the angle was 45 degree. So the acceleration was equal to plus 1 meter per second square. Everyone understood this? What is the axis, which is axis, what the slope of the graph, and then the first one is the slope of this is negative 0.5. Am I clear? Decreases, and hence the slope is negative. Since the slope is negative, slope of velocity time graph is negative, acceleration is also negative. Can I have some raised hand that we have understood this, sir? Can I have some raised hands? Shiva, Suman, Sumnath, please send me messages on the other ID beta, not on this one. I can't see it here. Lots of problem in this one. Yes, Asvika here. Only 12 raised hands. Let me call out some names. Starting from Surendra, Bhavyati, Kevin, Josana, Spidey, Shiva, Sana, Sai, Reddy, Padmakant, Krishna, Konda, Yashwant, Yashang, Vahini, Janu, Jatot, Jagdish, Golis, Sumant, Sai Teja, Charit, Varsha, Aryan, Anjali. Okay. So that was all about velocity time graph. We can calculate two things from velocity time graph. One is from the slope, we can find out the acceleration. From the slope, we can find out the acceleration. Number two, from the area, we can find out distance and displacement. For displacement, above area is positive, below area is negative. For distance, all areas are positive. I hope we all understand this. I'm lowering all hands. Now only those people will raise hands who have any problem in graphs. So any problem in graphs, please raise hands. I have two raise hands, Kalindi and Spidey. What's the problem? No. Spidey, what's the problem with you, beta? Siddharth, let me ask you to unmute yourself. Okay, Siddharth, unmute yourself and tell me what is the doubt. Siddharth, unmute yourself. Can you unmute yourself? Ask me what is the doubt. I guess not. Now we'll come to the last point of this chapter, but you must understand that we have already done this. So we'll come to the last heading of this chapter. Can anyone tell me what is the last heading of this chapter? What is the last heading of this chapter? The last heading of this chapter is motion with variable acceleration. That is the last heading of this chapter. Now, what do you mean by variable acceleration? What do you mean by variable acceleration? Up till now, whatever equations we have done, most of them were equations where acceleration was 0 or acceleration was constant. Velocity time graph was a straight line. And yes, acceleration is variable means acceleration is not constant. Acceleration is not constant, that means it can change. It will change. Acceleration will change. How will it change? How can acceleration change? How can acceleration change? Can anyone tell me how can acceleration change? It can change in magnitude It can change in direction or it can change in both. It can change in magnitude, it can change in direction, it can change in both. Now you will say, sir, magnitude we understand. How can acceleration change in direction? This is motion in a straight line. How will acceleration change in direction? So beta, please listen to me very carefully. How can acceleration change in direction? For motion in a straight line, sometimes, mark my word, sometimes the acceleration can be forward or positive. I can make acceleration which can be positive at some times. I can also make an acceleration which at some times becomes negative. So that is how it will change its direction. Sometimes it becomes positive, sometimes it becomes negative. That is how acceleration can change in direction. Acceleration can definitely change in magnitude. So it can change in magnitude, it can change in direction. Both ways, acceleration will be known as variable acceleration. Can I have some raised hand that we understand this, sir? That we don't have any doubts on this. We understand that, sir, acceleration is going to change now. Now, when acceleration changes, some equations that we are using, are not possible now. What are the equations not valid? So first of all, let us write those equations which are not valid anymore, so that we remember this. So these equations are not valid. What is the first equation which is not valid? So I'll write the heading equations which are not correct, not valid, because acceleration becomes variable. Which equations are not valid now? Come on. First, which are the equations which are not valid now? They don't make any sense now. The equations that we have been using till now, they are not valid now because the acceleration becomes variable. What is the first equation? First equation which becomes invalid, useless, no use. Anyone? We have been using these equations up till now, but now they are not useful anymore. What is the first equation? What is the first equation? V is equal to U plus AT. This equation no more valid, because this was valid only when what is valid? When was it valid? This equation, when was it valid? Yes, it was valid when acceleration was constant. Can I have some raised hand that we understand this, sir? This equation was invalid, sir. Up till now it was valid, but now it becomes invalid. Acceleration has become variable. What is the second equation which is of no use now? Second equation which is of no use. Barbat, useless, can't use them. Second equation which is not used now. No one knows it? Waiting for your answers. Yes, Deepak, delta R is equal to UT plus half AT square. Delta R is the displacement, U is initial velocity, T is time, and A is acceleration. This equation is also not valid because it is only valid for constant acceleration. What is the third equation which is not valid now? Third equation, not useful anymore. It has gone. Yes, beta, it is correct. V square is equal to U square plus 2 times A into delta R. Just Deepak, that is correct. This equation does not make any sense. It was valid only for constant acceleration. Equation number 4, please remember this. This is my favorite equation, not valid anymore. My favorite equation, not valid anymore, because it is only valid for constant acceleration. Now it is not valid. Which is that equation? Come on, tell me. Which is the equation which is not valid? V average is equal to V plus U by 2. All these equations were only valid. Yes, Anna, very good, beta. All these equations were only valid when acceleration was constant, useless now. Now let us see If these equations are not valid, then what equations are valid? Let us move on to the valid equations. Let me write them on this side so that we can make a comparison of what equations are valid. Equations that are valid, that are going to be used. Equations that are valid, that are going to be used. Number one. Now remember, there were certain equations which were definitions. Definitions are always valid. Definitions are always valid. Go on to the first equation. V average velocity was total displacement divided by total time. Average velocity was total displacement divided by total time. That was the definition of average velocity. It is still valid. This equation can be written like this. Displacement will be equal to V average multiplied by delta T. This equation is valid whether the motion is constant acceleration or variable acceleration. Am I clear? Can I have some raised hands? Am I clear? Can I have some raised hands that we understand this, sir? This is the equation of average velocity. This is the equation of average velocity. It is still valid. It is still valid. Number two, I will write average speed. What is average speed? What is average speed? Average speed is total distance divided by total time. Total distance divided by total time. It is still valid because it is the definition of average speed. Number three, average acceleration. What was average acceleration? Total change in velocity, delta V divided by delta T. So that becomes V minus U divided by T. This equation is still valid. Average acceleration definition still remains same. Definition does not change. Can I have some raised hand? This is a revision of what we have done till now in motion in one dimension. This is a revision. This is a recap. This is a quick recap. Now one question from my side. All the equations that are given in green, all the equations when they are given in green, are they also valid in the black case? Black case means, are they also valid when the acceleration is constant? The equations in green, are they also valid when the acceleration is constant? Yes, Anak, they are also valid when the acceleration is constant. Yes. So all the equations that I am writing in green are always valid. They are always valid. Whether the acceleration is constant or variable, the equations in green are always valid, but the equations in black, they're only valid when acceleration is constant. Am I clear? Am I making my point clear or am I confusing you guys? Sir, बहुत confusion हो गया है. Lots of confusion now. We don't understand it now. Can I have some raised hand that we understand this, sir? What I am saying? Raised hands. Black only for constant acceleration, green everywhere. Okay, that was third equation. Now let us move on to the fourth one. What is the fourth equation? What is the fourth equation that is still valid now? Velocity is dr by dt. Velocity is the rate of change of position vector. Here we are talking about instantaneous velocity. Do we remember instantaneous velocity? Velocity is the rate of change of position vector. This equation is still valid. Now let me write speed. Why I'm not using any symbol for speed? Because symbol for speed and velocity are always V. I don't want to confuse you. Speed. When I talk about speed, I am talking about instantaneous speed. It is the rate at which the body travels distance. So it is dl by dt, rate of change of distance with time. You can call that as speed as well. Am I clear? Am I clear with everyone? If you understand this, what we are doing here? Okay. Equation number 6. Equation number 4 says velocity is dr by dt Acceleration is dv by dt. Do we know this? Rate of change of velocity with time is acceleration. Can I have some raised hands? So we know this. This equation is always valid. This equation is always valid. This equation is always valid. Okay. Or I can write this equation as acceleration will be d2r by dt square. It is the second derivative of displacement, not displacement. It is the second derivative of position vector. Do we remember that second derivative? We first find the first derivative, then we differentiate it once more. We get the second derivative. Do we remember this? Everyone, can I have raised hands? Second derivative. Do we remember this? Okay. We remember this. So now this is the equation. V is dr by dt, a is dv by dt, or a is d square r by dt square. We already know these equations. Now let me write acceleration as dv by dt. Please see this, what I'm doing here. Now I can write it like this: dv by dx into dx by dt. I can cancel dx. When dx gets cancelled, it becomes dv by dt. So I have just multiplied and divided it by dx. Do we understand this? I have multiplied and divided by dx. Okay, I'll take this off. So I multiplied and divided by dx. Now see, dx by dt or dr by dt is nothing but rate of change of position vector with time. So I can write this as dv by dx. Dv by dx multiplied by this thing becomes v. Dx by dt or dr by dt becomes your v. So I can write acceleration as v into dv by dx. Am I clear how I've written acceleration? Acceleration is a into dv by dx. So now I am concentrating on three equations. Let me write those three equations again. I am concentrating on three equations. V is dx by dt or dr by dt. In most of the cases, the body is going to move along x-axis or y-axis. So instead of calling it as dr by dt, I can call it as dx by dt or dy by dt. Do we understand this? Yes. Okay. Now v is dx by dt. That implies I can write dx as small displacement as v multiplied by dt. This dt goes over here. This dt goes over here. So dx becomes v multiplied by dt. To find out the value of total displacement, I can integrate total displacement. Integral of total displacement will become integral of v dt. Do we remember this? We have done some questions previously on this. Do we remember this? Can I have some raised hands? That's how we remember this. This is just a recap of what we have done till now. This is just a recap. Okay. Number 2. Acceleration is dv by dt. We all know this. So I can write this in a different form. dv, small change in velocity, will be equal to a into dt. Yes or no? Can I have some raised hands? To get the value of total change in velocity, I can integrate this. So this becomes a dt. Am I clear? Raise hands. Will give me some confidence that it is clear. It is getting clear to everyone. Okay, so this is how you can write this. The third equation that we are going to concentrate on, which is a new one, is a is equal to v into dv by dx. A is equal to v into dv by dx. Now look closely. Again, I take dx this side. So v dv becomes a dx. v dv becomes a dx. Now if I put the integration sign, v dv ka integral will become a dx ka integral. Am I clear with all the three forms? It becomes sixth form. This is form number 1. The reverse of this is form number 2. This is form number 3. The reverse of this is form number 4. This is form number 5. The reverse of this is form number 6. Can I have some raised hands that we understand this, sir? And we are now ready to solve some problems on this one. Shall we start? Shall we start with some problems? Okay, okay. Question number 1 comes your way. A particle moving along x-axis, 2t cube minus 3t square plus 2t plus 5. This is the value of its position or the x coordinate as a function of time. You have to find velocity and acceleration as a function of time. That is question number 1. Then question number 2 is find velocity and acceleration at t is equal to 2 seconds. So these are the two questions that I've given. X as a function of time is given to you. You are supposed to find out velocity and acceleration as a function of time. Then you have to find velocity and acceleration at 2 seconds. Your time starts now. I hope you remember the derivatives. If you don't remember the derivatives, simple formula, derivative of t raised to the power n, d by dt of t raised to the power n times t raised to the power n minus 1. So I hope you can all do this. Do you want me to solve this one for you, or you can do it on your own? Okay, so let us find velocity first. Velocity is dx by dt. Velocity is dx by dt. So differentiate this one. 2t cube. So it will be 2 multiplied by derivative of t cube. Derivative of t cube becomes 3t square. So I'll just write it d by dt. I will write it once so that we all understand this. D by dt of 2t cube minus 3t square plus 2t plus 5. I have to find this derivative. It's a very simple derivative. I hope everyone can understand this. 2 will jump out. Derivative of t cube is 3t square. So 2 multiplied by 3t square. This will be 6t square. I hope I am correct. 6t square is the derivative of this first thing. Minus 3 will jump out. Derivative of t square is 2t. 2 into 3 is 6. Minus 6t. 2 will jump out. Derivative of t is 1. Plus 2. 5 ka derivative is 0. So this becomes my velocity as a function of time. How many of you got this answer? Please raise your hands. If you got this answer, I must congratulate you that you remember the derivative part. Only 7 people have got the answers. That's a sad story. Starting with Kevin, Goli, Utpreksha, Triveni, Harshita, Shri, Siddha, Shiva, Sana, Sai, Reddy, Rahul, Padmakant, Veronica, Sainath, Likita, Krishna, Yashwant Kumar, Jyotsana, Jagdish, Suman, Satvika, Sai Tejas, Sri Vasha, Manasa, Harsh, Aryan, Arpit. Are we there? You got this? Okay, now you can find velocity at 2 seconds, velocity at 2 seconds. How do I get velocity at 2 seconds? Just put the value of t as 2. So this will come 2 multiplied by 2 square minus 6 multiplied by 2 plus 2. I hope you can get the answer and give me the velocity at 2 seconds. Whatever is your answer would be the correct answer. I leave that for you. Now I have to find out Acceleration as a function of time. Acceleration is dv by dt. Acceleration is dv by dt. So we find it out as d by dt of 6t square minus 2t plus 2. I find it out like this. I just find the derivative of this thing. So acceleration becomes derivative of 6t square, 6 jumps out, derivative of t square is 2t, 6 into 2 is 12, 12t, derivative of minus 2t, minus 2 jumps out, derivative of t is 1, so it becomes minus 2. So this becomes my acceleration as a function of time. To find acceleration at 2 seconds, put the value of time as 2 and you get your answers. I hope you can get this one for me. That is acceleration at 2 seconds. Anyone got these answers? Can I have some raised hand that I understand this, sir? We have got these answers. Don't worry. Everything is fine in this universe. Great, 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 great. So I'll give you one more on the same category, and that will be for your homework. Will you be doing it? If you don't do it, there's no use of me giving it. If you promise me that every one of you will attempt it and do it, I'll give it to you, and then you will post your solutions in the Telegram group. We ready for this? Okay. Y, which is the particle moving along y-axis. Y is given as 3t cube minus 2t plus 1. A particle moving along y, its position is given by this. Find v and a as a function of time. Find v and a as a function of time. Find velocity and acceleration at t is equal to 1 second. Can you do this for me? This is an homework question, a simple question on the lines of what we have discussed till now. Simple derivative, simple derivative. I hope you can do this for me. Shall I move ahead? Shall I move ahead? Shall I move ahead? Now let us, we have done question based on form number 1. We have done v is dx by dt. We have done question of this type. We have done question of this type, a is dv by dt. So we have done form number 1 and form number 3. Now let us try a question on form number 5. Are we ready for this? Are we ready for this? Are we ready for this? Grade 1, Yashwant, you have solved the question now. Good. Okay, okay, okay. Here comes the next one. Question number 3. This question has come in your JEE of 2019. So please see it carefully. Acceleration is given as, acceleration is, oh sorry, so I should not give acceleration. Acceleration is what we need to find out. Okay. Velocity is given as 2x square minus 3x. Velocity is given as a function of x. Velocity is given as a function of x, where x is the position along x-axis. X is the position along x-axis. You have to find acceleration as a function of x. Find acceleration as a function of x. Can you do this? Acceleration as a function of x. X is the position along x-axis. X is the position along x-axis. Velocity v is given as a function of x. 2x square minus 3x. Variable velocity. Can you get me? Acceleration as a function of x. That is your question. I'm waiting for your answers. Waiting for your answers. V is given as 2x square minus 3x. Waiting for your answers on this one. Anyone could give me the answer for this one, I would be very pleased. Anyone? Shall I do this for you? Shall I do this for you? Remember which form we are supposed to use now. This one, this one. That is the hint. This one. A is V dV by dx. This question is from JEE 2019. Okay, no one got this answer? Shall I do it for you? So, I know acceleration is V into dV by dx. Wow, someone got an answer. Acceleration is V into dV by dx. V into dV by dx. Yes, Anna. Okay. V into dV by dx. Let us first calculate the value of dV by dx. Let us first calculate the value of dV by dx. First calculate the value of dV by dx. So you have to differentiate this with respect to x. You have to differentiate this with respect to x. So when I differentiate this, 2 comes out. Derivative of x square is 2x. So this becomes 4x minus 3. Do we agree on this? dV by dx becomes 4x minus 3. Do we agree on this? dV by dx becomes 4x minus 3. We have differentiated v with respect to x. Raise hands will give me more confidence. That's how we have understood this. Okay, Deepa, great. But that is not the answer. That is not the answer. That is not the answer. I have to find A. A is V into dV by dx beta. We have to multiply V. Great. So we multiply D. So V is 2x square minus 3x. V is 2x square minus 3x. Please listen to me very carefully. This is the value of V. Now just put the value of dV by dx and you are there with your answer. 4x minus. You multiply these two. Whatever you get, I will leave that to you as an exercise. That would be your answer. Am I clear with everyone? How did I get this? Raise of hands, show of strength, show of solidarity. Today is Kargil Divas, Vijay Divas we call it. Show of strength, show of solidarity with all those people who have, all those soldiers who have given their lives for us. That is the answer, Hannah. Correct. Okay, I'll give you one more for your homework. Will you be doing it? Homework only makes sense when you do it. If you don't do it, it does not make any sense. So I've given you one question. Previously also, one more for you guys. On the same lines. On the same lines. Velocity is given as 4x minus 1. 4x minus 1. Yes, Jayashankar, correct. Find acceleration as a function of x. Can you do this for me as a homework? Homework question number 2 is question number 4. Do we have faith that we can do this? We can achieve this feat of solving this question which has come. Jayashankar, send your message on the other ID beta, not this one. We all have faith that we will be able to solve this one on our own, and we will be posting the answers in the group, in our Telegram group. Great, Hannah. That is your homework. Now what? Now what? We have done questions on 1, 3, and 5. 1, 3, and 5. What is left is the reverse of them. 2, 4, and 6. Now we'll do a question where we'll doing the reverse of this. Is everyone there with me? Let us now crack the reverse code. We call it reverse engineering. Reverse code. Let us crack the reverse code and get the reverse answers correct. So question number 5, reverse code. Acceleration is given as 2t. Acceleration of a body as a function of time is given as 2t. Find v and x as a function of time. At time t is equal to 0, v is equal to 0, x is equal to 2. Find v and x at t is equal to 2 seconds. So this question has got too many parts. Again, such a question I have taken inspiration from JEE Main 2017 edition. So here is the question. The question, the values may be here and there, but the question remains same. So this is the question. Let us see if you can solve this one. The question that appeared in JEE Mains did not have so many parts. It had just one part. Find acceleration at, find v at 2 seconds. That was the part. I have made it bigger so that we can solve the question in its entirety. Your time starts now. Are you confident of solving this? Confident of solving this? Let's see who gets me the answer. Shall I solve it for you? Okay. Let me help you out. So acceleration is given as 2t. You all know this. Okay. Now acceleration can be written as dv by dt. So my dv by dt is 2t. As soon as you get to this step, the question gets solved. Now you can write it as dv is equal to 2t dt. Yes or no? Yes or no? So now you can put integration sign over it. You integrate this dv, you will get ut dt. I hope you remember the integral of t dt. 2 will jump out. 2. Integration of t dt is t square by 2. Yes or no? Yes or no? We remember this? But remember, a constant will come. So now I can write v as t square plus c. Do you remember this? Yes, t square plus c cutting. How do I get the value of c? That is the question now. How do I get the value of c? To get the value of c, I look at this equation. At time t is equal to 0, velocity is 0. At t is equal to 0, I'll put t as 0. Velocity is equal to 0. That implies if I put v as 0 and t as 0, my c will be equal to 0. Am I clear? Am I clear, everyone? My c will be 0. If c is 0, then I can write velocity as t square. Velocity as t square. That means velocity as a function of time is v is equal to t squared. At 2 seconds, what will be the velocity? So velocity at 2 seconds will be 2 squared. 2 squared is 4. So velocity at 2 seconds will be 4. And since I'm not getting any sign, so it will be plus 4 meter per second. Am I clear with this? Can I have some raise hand that we understand this, sir? Great. Good one. Now v is t squared. Now we jump on to the next step. We jump on to the next step. What is the next step? We write this as dx by dt is equal to t square. That is my next step. Jump on to the next step. What is the next step? Dt goes here. So dx becomes t square dt. That is the next step. What is the next step? I integrate this. Integral of dx is equal to t square dt ka integral. T square dt ka integral. I integrate this. This will be x. T square dt. Integral of t square dt will be t cube by 3 plus a constant c. Plus a constant c. Don't forget this constant c. Don't forget this constant t. How will I get the value of this constant t c? How will I get the value of this constant c? Anyone? So we look here. At time t is equal to 0, x is equal to 2. So I put the value t is equal to 0, x is equal to 2. Put the value, you put the value here, 2 will be equal to 0 plus c. That implies c will be equal to 2. That implies c will be equal to 2. I move ahead. X will be equal to t cube by 3 plus 2. Am I clear with everyone? How did I get this answer? Can I have some raised hand that we understand this, sir? Can I have some raised hand that we understand this, sir? So now you can find at t is equal to 2 seconds. What is the value of x? It's very simple. It's very simple. Put the value of t as 2. So x will be 2 cube by 3 plus 2. I hope you can solve this for me and get me the answers to this one. Can I all? Okay, I've lowered all hands. Anyone has any doubts in this? Please raise hands now. But what disturbance you are getting? I don't know how you are getting disturbance. Everyone is getting my voice clearly? Is there a disturbance in my voice or the video quality? There was someone whose mic was unmuted. So the disturbance might be coming from that side. I muted it. So there must not be any disturbance. Anyone got this? Can I have now raised hands? 4.6 bar. Anyone who has any doubts on this, please raise hands. So I've got 2 raised hands here. Shreya seems to be having a doubt. Yes, Jaishankar. Shreya, I'll now ask you to unmute yourself and ask me what your doubt is. Okay, you have lowered your hands. That means that you don't have any doubt. I'll give you one more on this. We are ready for this. And we have to solve it quickly. Can I hope that you can do this, everyone? Acceleration is given as 60. Acceleration is given as 60. I will not make the question very long. I'll keep it short. Find v and x as a function of time at t is equal to 0, v is equal to 0, x is equal to 5. Once you get the value of v and x as a function of time, you can find out v and x at any time. I leave that to you. I'm just concerned if you are getting the integration part correct or not, if you are able to get the equation correct or not. That is my concern. I hope that everyone can get this. I hope everyone can get this one. I'll be very pleased if you can get this one. Shoot. The time has started. Shoot your answers. I have some chat messages on this ID beta. Surendra, Ramchandra beta, please send your messages on the other ID, not this one. It's not possible for me to see this one. I keep on repeating this. As soon as I go to this window, everything goes westwards. My screen sharing goes wayward and everything goes on that side. I can't use that. Send your chats on this one. The ID with the name of Astik. Karthik has given me an answer. Karthik, if you say C, C does not make sense. You have to get me the value of C as well, beta. Velocity as a function of time, that is what I am looking for. Then I will be looking for the next answer. V is T square. Wrong, Karthik. That is not the correct answer. Deepak has come up with an answer. Jayashankar has also come up with an answer. Jayashankar, your answer is C. Should not have C, should have the value of C beta. Deepak has come up with the correct answer. Yashwant, again, you should tell me the value of C also beta. You should also tell me the value of C. If you don't tell me the value of C, you are asking me a question back again, sir, what is C? So instead of answering, you are giving me C is 0, that is correct, Vetti. Now give me the answer. So how do I do it? How do I do it? Acceleration is 60. Acceleration is T 60. Step number 1. Step number 2. dv by dt is 60. Step number 3. dt goes this side. dv is equal to 60 dt. Step number 4 is putting integration sign. Step number 5 is getting the value of integral. dv ka integral is v. 60 dt, 6 comes out. T dt is t square by 2. Yes, beta. But plus c comes. Plus c comes. You have to get the value of c. How do I get the value of c? From here at t is equal to 0. Put the value of t as 0. V as 0. I hope you can understand that the value of c will come as 0. C is 0. Now you can give me what is my v. My v becomes 3t squared. My v becomes 3t squared. That is the answer that I was looking for. V is 3t squared. That is the answer that I was looking for. So I've come up till this stage. I'm again waiting for your answers for the next one, which is x as a function of time. Start with v, end with a, end with x, and we are there. So how do I go about it? Step number 1, write v as dx by dt is equal to 3d squared. Step number 2, dt goes this side. So my dx becomes 3t squared dt. Step number 3, putting the integration sign. Step number 4, getting the value of x. Dx is x, the integral. Dx integral is x. 3t square integral, 3 comes out. T square integral is t cube by 3. But again comes my favorite c. How do I get the value of c? Go back. At t is equal to 0, x is equal to 5. We put the values here. Yes, beta, c is 5. This is 0 and this is 5. You can put the values, get me the answer. C will be 5. What is the final answer for x? X is t cubed plus 5. And that is what I was looking for. If you have got these answers, pat yourself on the back that you have done exceedingly well. We've come to an end of this chapter, motion in one dimension. We have seen that when a particle moves along a straight line, known as motion in one dimension. We have seen his equations. We have seen equations when the acceleration is constant. We have seen equations when the acceleration is variable. We have seen graphs. We have seen position time graph whose slope gives us velocity. We have seen velocity time graph whose slope gives us acceleration, whose area gives us distance and displacement. Distance is positive, displacement is positive on the upper side, negative on the below side. We have seen acceleration time graph, whose area gives us change in velocity. We'll be starting with the next chapter from the next class. That will be motion in 2 dimensions or motion in a plane, or some people also call it projectile motion. That will be the next chapter we will be starting off with. Please solve your solved examples today. Solve them up, solve your DPPs, and we'll start with a fresh note in the next class. If you have any doubts, you can put it on the Telegram group. I have given you some questions, simple questions. I'll share the whiteboard beta, don't worry. I've saved it, it's there. Doesn't matter I get disconnected or not, it is always there with me. That is why I'm using this and not that whiteboard of Zoom, because whenever there's a problem with Zoom, my whiteboard gets away. So I'll be using this. I'll be staying in the room for 5 minutes. If you have any doubt, please come up with me. Otherwise, it's a wrap from my end. Enjoy your life, stay safe, stay happy, and stay healthy. Bye bye, beta.